Thanks for being here tonight. My name's April. I'm subbing for Heather. And this is a restorative to Nidra class. So the first half of practice, we'll do some restorative postures supported by props. And the second half of class, we'll do a guided meditation lying on our backs. So to start, we're going to come into a supported seated position. So grab your bolster and bring it back behind you so that you can sit onto the bolster. And if it feels comfortable, you can sit cross-legged, but you can also extend your legs out in front of you if that feels more comfortable. And if you want some support, you can place the two blocks underneath the backs of your knees. Yeah, and once you feel nice and supported here, go ahead and close down your eyes or just bring a soft gaze down towards the earth in front of you. And allow your sitting bones to get heavy on the bolster underneath you, the crown of your head to rise up tall towards the ceiling. And then your hands can rest wherever they feel comfortable, maybe somewhere on the body or on the earth next to you. And then just take an exhalation to empty the body of breath to the very bottom. Good, and a nice deep breath in, filling all the way up to the top. And a clearing breath out through your mouth. Beautiful. Again, like that. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Once more. Big breath in. And out. Beautiful. Now just start to breathe in and out through your nose. Starting to deepen and lengthen and smooth out your breaths. Lengthen your inhalations to 4 or 5 or even 6 counts long. And to start out, let's find a balanced breath. So we'll match the inhalation to the exhalations. Whatever length that you choose for the inhale breath, take that same length of exhalation. And then see if you can soften the edges between the inhale and exhale breath. So there's almost no pause in between breaths. It's just this continuous motion of prana, the life force, moving through you. And allow your awareness to come all the way down to the soles of your feet and just feel the placement of your feet. Notice where your feet are touching the earth, where they might be touching your body. And then start to move your awareness up through your legs, noticing the bend in your knees if your knees are bent. And then traveling up through your thighs until you come to your pelvis. And then just feel the heaviness of the pelvis supported by the bolster underneath you. Let your awareness now start to move up through your spine, just moving slowly through each natural curve of the spine. Eventually coming all the way to the back of your head, the back of your neck. Continue traveling up the back of your head until you eventually come all the way to the very top of your head. Just bring your awareness to the top of your head and envision a white lotus flower with 1,000 petals sitting at the top of your head with this white light shining out of you and into the sky, farther than you can see. And now bring your awareness forward to the forehead and start to move down through the third eye center, down the bridge of your nose, and eventually come to the nostrils to meet your breath and start to follow your awareness with the breath. So the inhalation drawing in through the nose, traveling down through your throat, into the chest, and all the way down to the bottom of your belly. And the exhalation rising from the bottom of your belly, up through the chest, through the throat, and back out through the nose. See if you can feel the sensations of your breath as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. A little cooler on the inhale, warmer on the exhale. as you feel ready, draw your palms together in front of your heart for Anjali Mudra. We'll start our practice with a breath and an Om. So first an exhalation to empty out. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. And breathe in for Om. Gently bow your chin to your chest. Flutter your eyelids open, release your hands and lift your gaze. If you're seated cross-legged, go ahead and change the cross of your legs and move the blocks to the side if you have them. And then from here, we're just going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Let your left shoulder fall away. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can extend your left fingertips out towards the left. Maybe they rest on the earth, maybe they hover. And then you can stay here in stillness, or you can play with gently moving the direction, the angle of your chin to try to sort of change sensation. Just kind of work out any tight spots there. And then we'll exhale to release the chin down towards the chest. Let your spine stay long, so shoulders are still drawing back. Just let the back of your neck stretch here. And then with your next exhalation, we'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder, letting the right shoulder fall away. Yeah, if you'd like, you can extend your right fingertips out towards the right for a little bit more sensation. And again, here you have the invitation to explore, changing the angle of your chin, just sort of exploring sensation. And then eventually we'll drop the head all the way back and just pause there, allowing the throat, the front of your neck to stretch. And you can open and close your jaw a couple of times. And then very slowly, very mindfully, start to take some circles. So right ear to right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear, left shoulder, head all the way back. And a couple more times, just like that. Just be really gentle and mindful of these bones of the neck, tendons. And then eventually we'll change that out and move the opposite way. Notice how this side might feel a little different. Different sensations, different areas of tension, openness. Just explore with your awareness. Wrong answer, and there's nothing to judge. It's just information to gather, something to work with. Eventually we'll end with our chin to our chest when you feel balanced on both sides, and then gently lift your head. And let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and forward and down. So a couple rounds that way, moving the shoulders forward and down. And then we'll switch that out. Move the shoulders up and back onto your back a couple rounds. And then come on back to center. Let your shoulders rest back onto your back. And then we're going to take a couple rounds of seated cat-cow. So with an inhalation, we're going to draw the shoulders back, reach the heart forward, tailbone comes back. And then as you exhale, curl and round the spine, bring the chin to the chest, and hug the navel up and in. And then the same thing. Inhale to lift and open, and exhaling to curl it in. Just move through that a couple more rounds with your breath, and just let it be at your own pace, a pace that feels good, and let body and breath start to move together as one. So maybe slowing down the body to match those full deep breaths that we cultivated at the start of practice. Maybe even slowing down the breath to match the pace of the body. And then eventually come on back to center. Hands can come to the knees, and then just start to take some big circles with the torso. Just move in whatever direction feels natural to begin. We'll get both sides. And just explore any interesting areas, any tight spots, any tender areas. Maybe send them some extra breath, extra love. And then when you feel complete on that side, go ahead and switch directions, moving the opposite way. And stay with those nice deep breaths. Good, and then make your way back to center. And we're going to move into a couple of restorative postures, but we're going to prepare our props first. So blocks can move off to the side. We're not going to use those, but we'll use both blankets. So with your first blanket, unfold it to this shape, and then we're going to fold it in half horizontally or lengthwise, so you end up with something that looks like this. And then you can set that to the side. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the other blanket, except once you get it to that horizontal shape, then we're gonna fold that in half. So you end up with more of a square. And then that can also move to the side. So we're not gonna use the blankets for this first posture, but we're gonna just have those prepared so we can stay on the ground. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lie down. Have your bolster on your other side of the mat and then the blankets on the other side so they're both within reach. Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna have you turn so that your head is towards the front of the room and your feet are towards the back of the room. Yeah. And I'll talk you through this, but if you need a visual, I'll come up to the front as well. Or sorry, the back of the room, which is not your front. So go ahead and lie down onto your back. And then we're going to first take a supported bridge pose with the bolster. So bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the earth. And then your heels will come in front of your sitting bones. Your arms can rest down by your sides, so your fingertips sort of like graze the backs of your heels. And then from here, we're just going to lift the hips just enough so that we can slide the bolster underneath your low back. So you might need to come up onto your tiptoes to get in there. But then once you relax your low back, you kind of sink down into the supported bolster. And it should feel really comfortable. You can rest your arms to the sides of the bolster with your palms facing up. You can also rest your hands on your belly, whatever feels comfortable. And if anybody does not feel comfortable or doesn't feel like you can completely relax, just wave a hand and I'll come over and help. All right, so from here, you have options. You can stay with your knees bent, or if you'd like, you can extend your legs out in front of you. And just play with that. Sometimes that can be a lot on the low back. If it feels like too much to extend both legs, you can extend one at a time. Just allow your shoulders to sink down towards the earth. Relax your jaw. Back to your breath. And now see if you can start to lengthen your exhalations. So if you have a 4-count inhalation, it's a 6-count exhalation. If it's a 5-count inhalation, it's a 7-count exhalation. Just continue breathing like that through a few more rounds here. With every inhalation, allowing the body to expand. With every exhalation, allowing the body to soften and settle. And as your mind wanders, which it will, especially in these longer, more restorative poses, try not to resist that process, right? We're not here to completely shut off the thoughts. Instead of trying to completely quiet the mind, see if you can just become the observer of the thoughts, right? So you're just watching in the background, you're allowing them to be, but you're not necessarily following or engaging or being carried by these thoughts. So we'll be in this shape for just 2 or 3 more rounds of breath. When you feel complete here, if you've extended your legs, go ahead and rebend your knees, bringing the soles of your feet to the earth. Lift your hips up off the bolster. Just slide it out from underneath you, move it off to the side, and relax your hips all the way down to the earth. And just allow your knees to fall together. Bring your feet a little bit wider to map the distance. And then hands can rest to the belly, or one to the heart, one to the belly. Just breathe a couple deep breath cycles here. You can keep the knees still, or you can let them sway gently side to side for a little release in your back. You can also extend your legs just to allow the back to relax completely. And enjoy a couple of deep breaths. To the side. Go ahead and bend your knees, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and circle out your knees a couple times. And then roll to your right side. And you're probably going to have to come up. Yeah, you're going to have to prop yourself up to be seated, but you'll face towards me so I can show you where we're going. We're going to use the blankets and the bolster for this next pose. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the bolster right up against our right hip. And then, and you guys can go ahead and do this with me. I'll talk you through it as we go. And then we're going to take that long blanket and we're going to place it in between our knees, in between the legs. So it pads your knees and your ankles so that you can stack your legs on top of each other without bone hitting bone. And then we're going to take that square blanket and we're going to bring that up to the top of your mat. And we're just going to kind of lengthen through the right side body and fold ourselves over the bolster so that we can kind of get a side body stretch here. And then you'll use that blanket up above as sort of a pillow. So it can be on your arm. You'll want your right arm extended out or up above you. And then you can stay right here, or for a little bit more, you can extend your left arm up above as well. And it'll just sort of rest on the right hand. If that feels uncomfortable or doesn't really feel like you can just relax and be here, you'll want to just rest your left hand down or even up in front of you or back behind you. And just relax the weight of your body completely onto the support of the props. If this becomes too much on your right side at any point, you can always remove the bolster out from underneath you. Just breathe in and out here, coming back to that 4 or 5 count inhalation, 5 or the 6 or 7 count exhalation. Send some nice deep breaths into your left rib cage. See if you can visualize the breath on your inhalations, weaving in between each rib, drawing them apart, opening the body, creating spaciousness. And then feeling them settle and soften back together with the exhalations. The body relaxing a little bit deeper with each breath. Let's take 2 or 3 more rounds of breath in this shape on this side. And as you feel complete, if your left arm is extended up and overhead, go ahead and release that down to your left side. Take a deep breath here, inhale, and let it go, exhale. And then we're gonna prop ourselves up just enough so that we can slide the bolster out from underneath us. We're gonna lower back down for just about a minute here, but we'll be basically in the same pose, but without the bolster. And I like to just kind of pull the bolster in front of me like a body pillow and snuggle it. So you can take that option if you like, or you can just do it without the bolster and just rest on your right side. And just feeling the right side rest on the earth completely, allowing that shape to release from the body. This is where we can really take in the nourishment of the postures. It's these moments in between with all of the benefits that sort of move through the cells, absorb into the body. And then when you feel ready, release your left hand out in front of you so that you can use that to help you prop yourself up. And then we'll just turn the opposite direction and do the same thing. So bring your props with you. And you'll want to bring the bolster again horizontal next to your left hip. And just make sure that your blanket in between your legs are still padding the knee and the ankle. And then this time the left arm will reach out underneath the top blanket. And then you'll rest your head on top of that blanket and the right arm can reach up and just feel the body completely relaxing into the support, the bolster, the props. Take a couple rounds of breath to really allow the body to settle. And this time, see if you can visualize the breath weaving in between the right rib cage. The inhalations expanding, opening, softening tension, creating space. And the exhalations releasing. And notice where the mind has drifted, all of the different places. Sweetly and gently guide it back to your breathing and back into that space of witness, right? So not pushing away the thoughts, not resisting the thought process or the mind workings, but just allowing your awareness to just watch them come and watch them go. 2 or 3 more rounds of breath on this side. If you feel ready, first, if you have your right arm extended overhead, just relax it down by your right side and pause there for a breath in and a breath out. And then you can use your right hand to prop yourself up off the bolster, just enough so that you can pull it out from underneath you, slide it out, and then just lie back down onto your left side. If you'd like, you can snuggle that bolster in like a body pillow and give it a hug. And then again, we'll just be here for about a minute in this shape. Just allowing the body to neutralize, allowing the nutrients to absorb into the cells, allowing the breath to recalibrate. When you feel ready here, gently bring your right hand out in front of you to lift yourself up. And you can just come to a seat. Now we are going to set ourselves up for the Nidra portion of practice. So my recommendation is to have a bolster underneath your knees. And then you can use one of the blankets at the top of your mat, like this. I like to just kind of unfold it to this shape and then roll it up halfway. And then that will kind of support your neck. Your head will be up here. And then another blanket on top of your body, because when we come into these meditations, our bodies tend to cool down and we might get cold. So, of course, those are all options, and you can do any or none of the above. But just make sure that you're comfortable. And this is sort of a shortened version of Yoga Nidra, just about 30 minutes. So, so it'll be a little bit shorter than a typical extended practice, but you do want to make sure that you're nice and comfy for it. Just make sure that you're nice and comfy here. So let your palms face up towards the sky, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, and then just allow your feet to fall open towards the outer edges of your mat. Let's take another breath here together. Nice deep breath in through the nose, and a big releasing breath out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, just allow your body to really sink into the support of the earth and the props underneath you. Just letting go of any need to do anything here. This is your time to just receive. And do your best here during our Nidra practice to remain still. With that being said, if you do get uncomfortable at any time, you are always welcome to readjust. If you do need to move or readjust, just move slowly and mindfully and be aware of the people around you. And try to stay in sort of a meditative space. And as you settle in here to your breath, just feel your body completely relaxing. With every breath out, feel any cares, any worries of the day, tensions, or anxieties gently flowing out of you. And this practice will bring you into a deep state of relaxation. You might even drift off into sleep, and that's okay. But just set a gentle intention, resolution, and internally tell yourself, I will not sleep, I will stay awake. Again, that being said, if it happens and you drift off, that's perfectly okay. It's a part of the practice, and the intention of the practice is to bring you sort of in between the state of wakefulness and sleep. And the only thing that you need to do here is to just follow my voice. If thoughts come, just allow them to be. Just try to stay in that seat of the watcher, the witness, allowing them to come and allowing them to leave. Now bring about a feeling of inner relaxation in your whole body. Concentrate on the body and become aware of the importance of complete stillness. Develop your awareness of the body from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Become aware of the sounds in the distance, the most distant sounds that you can hear. Allow your sense of hearing to operate like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source. And then gradually start to bring your attention to closer sounds, the sounds outside of this room, and then to sounds within this room. Again, don't attempt to identify the sounds or determine their source. Just allow your awareness to drift weightlessly and effortlessly with the soft textures of the sounds throughout the atmosphere. Now become aware of your sense of hearing that is receiving these vibrations. Feel into the space between the origin of the sounds in your body. Sense these vibrations carefully rippling through the air as they move through this room. And now develop your awareness of this room, keeping your eyes closed. Visualize the four walls around you, the ceiling above you, the floor underneath you, and your body lying on the floor. Mentally see your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. And have total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all of the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Now become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your deep, natural, spontaneous breath. But try not to concentrate. Just develop awareness, becoming that watcher. Continue listening to my voice and knowing that you are breathing. Now, this is the part of the practice where we will develop a sankalpa. This is also called a resolve or an intention. It can also be thought of as an affirmation. So you want it to be really simple, uncover it naturally. And it's most potent if it's stated in the present tense, simple, clear, and positive language. Something like, I am love, I am abundant, I am joyful, I'm happy. And so find your sankalpa, whatever that is for you, unique for you. And state it to yourself mentally 3 times with awareness, feeling, and emphasis, as if it has already come true. Now begin to rotate our awareness around the body. So allow your awareness to go from part to part quickly and effortlessly as I name the body part. And as I refer to each body part, you can mentally repeat this part in your mind and simultaneously become aware of that body part. Keep yourself alert, but try not to concentrate too intensely. Now shift your awareness to the right hand and relax your right hand thumb, your second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of your hand, back of your hand, your wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right waist, right hip, right thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth. Now bring your awareness to the left hand and relax your left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth. The palm of your hand, back of your hand, your wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left waist, left hip, left thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth. Now become aware of your back. Relax the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the right buttock, and the left buttock, the spine, and the whole back together. Now go to the top of your head. Relax the top of your head, your forehead, both sides of your head, your right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space in between your eyebrows, your right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, your nose, tip of your nose, upper lip, lower lip, your chin, throat, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, and abdomen. Now relax the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together, the whole of the back, the buttocks, the spine, the shoulder blades, the whole of the front, the abdomen, the chest, the whole of the front and the back together, the whole of the head, the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. Remember not to sleep. Total awareness. No sleeping, no movement. Your whole body on the floor. Become aware of your body lying on the floor. Your body is lying on the floor. See your body lying perfectly still on the floor in this room. Visualize this image in your mind. Now become aware of your breath. Feel the flow of your breath in and out of your lungs. Do not try to change the rhythm. Let the breathing be natural and automatic. You are not doing it, there's no effort. Just maintain awareness of your breath. Complete awareness of breath. Now concentrate your awareness on the movement of your navel area. Concentrate on your navel movements. Your navel is rising and falling slightly with every breath. With each and every breath, it expands and contracts. Concentrate on this movement in synchronization with your breath. Continue concentrating on this movement, but be sure that you are aware. Now start counting your breaths backwards from 27 to 1 as follows. 27, navel rising. 27, navel falling. 26, navel rising. 26, navel falling, and so on. Say these words and numbers mentally to yourself as you count your breaths. If you make a mistake or lose your place or reach 1, just go back to 27 and start again. With complete awareness that you are counting, continue counting from 27 to 1. Now stop your counting and leave your breathing. Awaken the sensation of heaviness in your body, the feeling of heaviness. Become aware of heaviness in every single part of your body. You are feeling so heavy that you are sinking into the floor. Feel intense heaviness from head to toe. Now awaken the feeling of lightness. Awaken the sensation of lightness. A feeling of lightness and weightlessness in all parts of the body. Your body feels so light that it seems to be floating from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Now awaken the experience of cold. Awaken the experience of bitter cold in the body. Imagine you are walking on a cold floor in winter. Your feet feel very cold and you feel cold all over. Awareness of coldness. Now awaken the sensation of heat. Awaken the experience of heat. The whole body is hot. You feel hot all over. Recollect the feeling of heat in the summer when you are out in the sun with no shade. Heat all over the body, heat all around the body. Awareness of heat. Check that you are awake. Make sure that you're not sleeping and say mentally to yourself, I am awake. I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Now withdraw your mind and concentrate on the space directly in front of your closed eyes. This is the space we call Chitakasha. Imagine before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space, a space that extends as far and as wide as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this dark space and become aware of any phenomena that manifests within it. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. Bring your awareness to the present and make sure that you are not sleeping. I'm going to name a few objects for you to visualize on all levels of feeling, awareness, emotion, and imagination as best as you can. Move as quickly as I do, allowing your mind to jump from image to image. Try not to concentrate on any one image, just keep moving. A calm pond. Swaying grass in the breeze, a flickering candle, a weeping willow tree, a tall palm tree, a car moving on a road, colored clouds gathering, yellow clouds, blue clouds, a starlit night, a full moon, a dog standing, a cat reposing, an elephant moving, a horse racing, rising sun, setting sun, Ocean with waves. Across over a church. Chimney smoke rising from an old house. Cold winter. Dawn of a new day. A temple bell ringing. A monk with a shaven head. A yogi sitting in deep meditation. Now imagine that it is very early morning, still dark, and you are walking through hills climbing up towards some mountains. You are alone. You are walking east, and if you look back, you can see a crescent-shaped moon low in the sky. Soon the sun will rise over the mountains ahead of you. Far below in a valley, the lights of a small town twinkle through an early morning mist. The trail twists back and forth on the side of a steep slope. It winds between huge boulders and over bridges suspended across deep valleys. A gap between two hills gives a glimpse of a huge snow-covered mountain ahead. The pale sky behind it heralds the dawn. You climb up through the snow. It makes a crunching sound as you break the surface and sink in. A glacier lies across your path. There are creaks and groans of moving ice as you quickly move across. Near the top of the mountain, it becomes very cold. Winds howl around your body and snatch at your clothes. Snow and ice cling to your shoes. You reach the top, and a magnificent scene reveals itself before your eyes. To the east, a vast range of snow-covered peaks and dark valleys. To the west, hills leading to rolling plains and the sea. Intensify your imagination and visualize this scene. See the sun rise like a golden ball in the east, scattering rays of golden light off snow that dazzles your eyes. Sweep your eyes around the sky to the west. It is still gray. Above you, blue. In the east, a delicate pink as it nears the sun. Watch the sunlight strike the tops of mountains and move down their sides. Deep valleys emerge as the shadows retreat. You sit with your legs crossed and contemplate this grand scene, the dawn of a new day. Let yourself experience this for some time. Let your mind flow freely with this experience. Become a witness of your awareness, not the body, not the senses, not the mind, nothing but awareness itself. Become aware that you are observing yourself. Look within and be aware of the one who is looking, who is aware of what you have been doing so far. Now is the time to repeat your sankalpa, your resolve or your intention. That same resolve that you made at the beginning of practice, try not to change it. Repeat it 3 times mentally to yourself with the same awareness and feeling as before. Relax all efforts. Draw your mind outside and become aware of your breathing. Become aware of your natural breath. Develop awareness of your whole body, and awareness of your breathing. Your body is lying totally relaxed on the floor. You're breathing quietly and slowly. Develop awareness of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Become aware of your arms and legs and your body lying stretched out on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and the floor. Develop your awareness of this room, the walls, the ceiling, noises in the room and noises outside. Take your mind out and become completely external. Lie quietly for a few moments and keep your eyes closed. And then slowly start to move your body and stretch yourself. When you're sure that you are awake, gently hug your knees in towards your chest and roll to your right side, coming into a fetal position. Pause on your right side for just another round of breath or two. When you feel ready, keeping your eyes closed, gently start to make your way up to a seat facing towards the front of the room. Once you come to seated, bring your palms together and start to rub the palms together. Create some heat. A little bit faster, get a little warmer, and then cup your palms over your eyelids. Start to feel that heat coming towards your eyes, your face. And then keeping your eyes covered with your hands, gently start to blink your eyes open. So you start to see a little bit of light from the room coming in through your fingers. And then slowly and gradually release your hands. And our practice is complete. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. My name is April. Heather will be back next week. And have a wonderful rest of your evening. Move slowly. Take your time. There's no rush to leave. Have a great rest tonight. You're welcome.
Okay, great. Every time I just copy whatever. Yes. Same things come up all the time, all this whole week.
It was nice meeting you.
Thanks for doing the rest. Take care.